Reprogramming your subconscious mind through affirmations and thought patterns. Hi, everyone. I am Apollonia Ponti. I'm your dating and relationship and life coach. And I'm your coach for you men to master your attraction skills, master your life, and really get high quality results overall in your dating relationship and your personal life. And this is a very amazing topic that you can tell I'm really excited to talk about. And I love this stuff because I know when it comes to your mindset, you can get everything and anything that you want in life, in your relationships, in dating, whatever it is. And I'm going to give you some key principles to actually start today. Now, I want you to understand a couple things. Now, your mind is built to protect itself, right? And it protect you, really. It doesn't understand the difference between the negative and positive things that you feed it. All it knows how to do is respond to it. And this is what's really important. When we start to think that I'm not good enough, or I can't remember anything that anyone ever tells me, or I'm a horrible public speaker, or I'm a horrible writer, I'm horrible at weightlifting, I am so bad at picking up the phone and calling my friends and family and staying in touch with people. When we send a message to like this to our minds start to adapt to that responsibility, quote unquote. Right? And so what happens here is when we send these messages to our mind, our body reacts from it. So once we give those negative emotions to our mind, our body will transition and it'll be a spiral effect. Maybe we just get home and we become not motivated and we don't go to the gym, or maybe we don't pick up the phone and call a family member, or maybe we don't go out with our friends because we don't feel like we're good looking enough, or that we're too shy to talk to women, or maybe we don't make the move and really have uphold our integrity in a relationship because we fear confrontation. So the thing is here is we have to remember that whatever we believe will always send a message to our mind. And part of this is adapted into our subconscious. And when we subconsciously have been trained over years, months, whatever the case may be, of belief patterns, we have to reprogram this just like we programmed our mind to believe the negative things. The thing is nobody wakes up and has self-discipline. Self-discipline is learned, right? You have a choice of what messages that you want to choose from. So you can choose to be negative or you can choose to be positive. And this comes with self-discipline. Now, again, nobody wakes up with self-discipline. We don't wake up as a baby and we're like, oh, we're self-disciplined. No, we get taught this. This is why we have parents. This is how we have rules. This is why we have boundaries. Everywhere you look in life, there's rules. Everywhere. As humans, we need these things to survive, and we forget to embody this within our own personal lives and the relationships when we want or love someone else. So what happens is not only is attraction diminishes, respect diminishes, and then we feel lost. So look around us for a second. There's rules everywhere. There's rules here on YouTube. I can't do certain things on YouTube, not saying that I would, but I wouldn't. And there's only an amount of time that I can only have a video for. There's speed limits out there. We have governments. We have paychecks. We have taxes, right? There's rules everywhere. We are monitored everywhere we go. And so the thing about this is we are trained to understand that we as humans need this self-discipline, and you can choose to be negative or positive and adapt those mindsets. So expect love and expect an amazing life. Expect this, because if you expected anything different, then we have started to believe this. And our mind is only going to show us that this is what we deserve and should embody this. So what it comes from, like I'm saying, is self-discipline. We need to start looking at things with a glass full instead of empty and start saying, yes, Brian, I am amazing and I am going to master in my test tonight. I'm going to ace this test tonight, and I'm going to go talk to women afterwards and go meet up with my friends at the bar. I'm going to go to work today and tell my boss that I really do deserve a raise and this is why. and I'm going to really make a decision of what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to expect to find an amazing woman. I deserve love. I deserve an amazing life. Okay? So once we start to understand the positive thoughts that we're starting to bring into our mind, we can start to control it. Listen to this. When we tell ourselves positive things, we're controlling this, right? So when I'm saying, Apollonia, you're amazing. Apollonia, you can do this video today. Apollonia, you can kill it. Your products, Apollonia, you're going to help men. Apollonia, you're going to do this. I control this. I control these thoughts. So my mind now believes it. My mind now knows how to react to it. And now I feel so amazing. But when we get into a negative spiral, you can't control it, right? So let's, for example, if you're thinking that you're not good enough, you have no control once you start to believe that, because then it continues to spiral down into your emotions, into your physical element, into what your beliefs are, into your patterns of cycles with your friends, with women, with relationships, with work. You have no control over it. So negativity does not have to exist, because once you bring in the negative emotions and the negative mindset thoughts, you are losing control. Yes, this does not happen automatically. Yes, this does take work, but it takes motivation, and behind motivation is courage. You have to be willing to do this. You have to be willing to want it so bad that you want to change. This is how we start to reprogram our mind. For example, our pain will always outweigh logic. Why? Because our mind adapts to emotions. Our mind reacts from emotions. Logically speaking, yes, I know it's a great idea to eat well and have spinach every day and have veggies every day probably, but emotionally, I want to have chocolate every once in a while, right? So emotions take over logic, and I'll make that decision if I want to. But here's the thing, another example. Me, I used to hate flying. I used to be terrified of flying. My emotions would always outweigh my logic, knowing that logically, flying is the most safest transportation method that there is out there. And that is logically speaking. As many flights go up in the sky every single day, I think over 40 or 50,000, more than that. I think it was 80,000 last time I Googled it, because I did everything because of my fear of flying. And as soon as I was able to understand that my emotions that I created were always going to outweigh the logical thing. So if I went on there and I was scared, then my emotion was going to always outweigh it. So we are in charge of our emotions. So the thoughts that we bring in will give us our emotions, how I started in this video. So our responsibility is to understand that we can say things like, I love flying. I deserve more. And once we start saying these things and these little practices of affirmations within ourselves, this will be the starting point of happiness, of reprogramming your mind, of having control of your thoughts. Understand that your brain works for you and with you. Understand that your brain can work for you or it can work with you. So what do you want to do? If you want your brain to work for you, then you have to have more control of your emotions, of your thoughts, and understand what is negative and what is positive, and embody these behaviors within your own mindset. Because this is so important, I made a 3-part video series that I'm going to have here on YouTube. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is so vital to your life when it comes to women, relationships, dating, and your career, your success, and life in general. So that's why I felt it was a need to do this series for you. So if this is your first time visiting, I encourage you to subscribe now so you are aware when that next video does post for part 2. I'll see you guys there. Please comment, question, and voice any concerns that you might have, and we'll help you out here in this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.